how can I go to war with these people? They have different beliefs than me. They're standing up on a different side than me, but they are my family, my friends, and my community members. What do I do? And this is the conversation that takes place in the Bhagavad Gita between Arjuna and his charioteer, who is Krishna. And he proceeds to talk about a really important topic called Dharma. Dharma literally translates to duty, or what you were put on this earth to do, what you were born to do. In Christian terminology, often called your calling. But it's more than just your vocation, more than just your job. It is your purpose, your reason for being here. And so the conversation goes into, hey Arjuna, you're on the other side of the battlefield, yes, these are your friends, but you need to stand up and perform your duty. You need to stand up and go to war because this is why you're here. So how does this translate to us? We can see it really clearly right now with the whole COVID-19. There's two camps, right? There's one who is like, stay home, keep your mask on, be prepared, be safe, protect the community. The other side says go back to work, make money, get the economy going right. It's all a hoax. And we're on two different sides of the battlefield right now, right? It feels that way, but yet we're still friends, we're family, we're community members. And so we've taken these two camps, and now we're at war. So according to the Bhagavad Gita, it says, yeah, show up and do your duty and stick to what you feel is right. The other side is, do you want to go to battle? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. According to the Bhagavad Gita, we show up and do our duty, right? But do we want to go to war over something like this? Is this part of our Dharma? I don't know. I don't think this whole COVID-19 stuff is part of our Dharma. However, the Bhagavad Gita would say, don't stand down, show up and do what you feel is right, right? Show up and fight the fight. So if you believe on either side of the camp, show up and show your fight. However, here's the thing. Here is the thing. Whatever you believe, you have to realize that this is all an illusion. In yoga philosophy, it talks about Maya, right? The dualistic nature of being a human. Good and bad, right and wrong, black and white. The list goes on. So yes, we're on opposite sides, but we're all humans in this together. So what fight are you willing to fight? I don't know about you, but the COVID-19, I'm not willing to fight. However, I'm not going to stand down and say that my side isn't important, right? And you can do the same. But know that we're all humans in this together. So fight the good fight. Show up and do what you believe to be true. Don't just be passive and say both are right, even though that is true. But stand up and voice your opinion. Don't be afraid to use your opinion. Oftentimes yogis are portrayed or seen as these passive creatures, but we are meant to stand up and stand up for what we believe to be true. The key is non-attachment to that. Non-attachment to outcome. Non-attachment to our own beliefs and values. It's that showing up and doing the good fight, but at the end of the day, realizing that it's not really important, right? This is all just an illusion. This is all Maya just unveiling herself to us. So where does this leave you? Do I stand up? Do I fight? Do I sit back and realize this is all just nonsense? Whatever you choose to do with it, do it with conviction. Don't be afraid to be convicted with your beliefs. However, at what expense is something you have to look into. So to move through practice today, I want you to really be aware of your values, your beliefs, what you hold to be true, what you're here to fight the good fight for, but also at what cost. There's no right or wrong answer, but I will ask you this: whatever you decide to show up for, do it with conviction. Close your eyes, take a comfortable seat. Let's go online with Divine. Whatever you call upon, pray to, meditate upon, When you're ready to move, you will release the hands, lift the head, open your eyes, and we'll start in child's pose. So come on to all four. Take your knees wide, big toes together. Sink your hips to your heels and release the forehead towards the mat. So in your child's pose, feel all the points of contact with the body to the floor, the hands, the feet, the knees, and feel the whole body sink down with every exhale. And imagine yourself on the eve of battle, just like Arjuna was in the Bhagavad Gita. And he's looking across the battlefield at his friends and family, and he says, how am I going to fight this fight? On your inhale, bring it up to tabletop, all four. Fingers spread wide, palms flat, press the tops of your feet into the mat. From here, extend your right leg behind you parallel to the floor. Start by pointing the toes and reach the toes back. Take an inhale. Exhale, flex the back foot, toes point down. Keep pushing up and out through the shoulders. Keep the belly button hugged in. Good, now place those right toes down into the mat and press the right heel back. Good, stay put. If you want more heat building, you can take the left leg over top the right leg. Wherever you are, hold and breathe. We're on the eve of battle, preparing for battle. On the exhale, release both legs and knees back to the mat. Go directly to the other side, extend your left leg behind you. Start by pointing the toes, reach back. Take an inhale. Exhale, flex the back foot, toes point down. On the exhale, release those left toes to the mat, press the heel straight back. Stay put, or you can stack the right leg on top of the left leg. On the exhale, release both knees to the mat. Take a moment to turn the fingers out and off the mat, so widening the space between your hands. We're going to take it side to side. Inhale one way, exhale the other way. Stretching into our wrists, go side to side. Inhale one way, exhale the other. So in the tale of the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna doesn't want to fight, but he was born to have that fight because that fight was necessary. It was a battle of good and evil. It was necessary. It was part of his Dharma. So that was why he needed to show up and do the good fight. On the exhale, bring it back to center. Turn your fingers forward. As you look down, make sure that there's space between each of the fingers, and then tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. In your first downward facing dog of the day, bend the knees a little bit. This will give you more space to stretch the torso back. As you stretch the torso back, hug the low ribs in. Good. On the exhale, straighten into both legs. Press the heels back and down. Inhale, come into plank. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Begin to move with the breath. Inhale to plank, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Good, do a couple more. Inhale brings you forward. Exhale brings you back. Last time. Inhale brings you forward. Exhale brings you back. And then take your knees for child's pose. Knees apart, big toes together. Sink your hips towards your heels. Good. Take an exhale as you release the shoulders. So as we watch this whole COVID-19 unfold and the reactions of the two camps, stay home or get back to work, start to unfold, we have to ask ourselves the question, is this a good fight? Is this a good fight? Is this something that we should be fighting about? I can't make that decision for you. You have to figure it out for you. Good, bring it up to all four, tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press back, downward facing dog. Good, from here, step your right foot between your hands, come into a low runner's lunge. As the back knee drops, point the toes back away from you. Ankle, knee to armpit, and bring your hands to your knees, lift your chest. As you begin to sink the hips down and forward, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Find a spot to look at. On the inhale, arms reach up. Anjaneyasana. On the exhale, release both hands to the mat. Straighten into your front leg for half splits. If the front leg doesn't bend all the way, just bend it as straight as it'll go. And flip your toes back towards your face. Melt the heart, release the head. So when we are in the eve of battle and just figuring out if it's a good fight to fight, we can't move from a place of reactivity. We can't move from a place of emotions. We have to clear the head and tap into viveka. Viveka is discernment. Good, bend the front knee, step back, downward facing up. Take a big exhale through the mouth. Left side, step your left foot forward, runner's lunge, drop the back knee. Once you arrive there, bring both hands to your knee, lift your chest. And this is why the physical practice of yoga is such a beautiful thing. It helps us to move emotions up and out of our bodies so that we can actually have a clear mind. Inhale, arms reach up. On the exhale, release the hands to the mat. Come into half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana, straighten into that front leg. And then once you get as straight as it's going to go, release the head, release the neck. Breathe. On your inhale, bend the front knee, step back, downward facing dog. Take an exhale through the mouth, blow it out. Shift the gaze between the hands, jumper step, top of the mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Feet can be all the way together or hip distance. Figure out what feels best for you. Good, on the inhale, bring your hands to your shins, bring it halfway up. Exhale, fold it in. Bend your knees, roll to standing, all the way up. When you get to standing, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Hands at your heart in prayer. Close your eyes. So staying on the eve of battle. And we're talking about COVID-19. And we're talking about the two camps that have arose, if you will. Stay home or get back to work. And I want you to ask yourself this question, regardless of what side of the battle that you're on, is this fight worth a good fight? Can I fight this battle without being attached to outcome? Can I stand up for what I believe in, but also not be attached to it? And realize that the battle always is just a battle within. It's a metaphor, all of this. Take a nice big exhale through the mouth. Surya Namaskara A. Sun Salutation A. On your inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from the hips. Release the head and neck. Inhale, halfway up, long spine. Exhale, release the hands, jump or step back, lower down. For the first one, go all the way to the belly. Tops of the feet go flat, lift the chest, inhale, cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Shift the gaze forward. Inhale. Exhale. Jump or step top of the mat. Inhale brings you halfway up. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale all the way to standing, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Again, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, jump or step back, lower down, halfway or all the way. Inhale for your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold and breathe. Fingers spread wide, palms flat. Inner heel presses straight back and down. As you stretch your chest back to your thighs, hug your ribs in. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, shift the gaze forward. Inhale, jump or step top of the mat. Bring it halfway up. Exhale, fold it in. Rise to standing. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, jump or step back, lower down. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. So being a yogi does not mean you're a passive bystander. Activism is at the heart of your yoga practice, standing up for what you believe, standing up for the greater good, standing up for the things that move beyond the egoic needs or wants or desires. Take an inhale. Exhale, shift the gaze forward. Inhale, jump or step top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Rise to standing, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Moving into Surya Namaskara B. If you prefer your feet together, take them together now. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Good, bend the knees, touch the ground. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, jump or step back, lower down. Inhale for back bend. Exhale, down dog. Right leg, warrior A. Right foot steps forward, drop the back heel, inhale up. Exhale to the bottom of a push-up, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Left side, warrior A. Virabhadrasana A. Inhale to the top, exhale to the bottom. Inhale is the back bend. Exhale is the down dog. Hold and breathe. On your inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, jump or step, tap the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale to stand. Again, then the knees touch the earth. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, jump or step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. This time come into warrior B, right side. Step your right foot between the hands. Drop the back heel, line your heels up. Inhale, rise to stand. Gaze out your front middle finger. When you inhale, extend the crown of the head tall. As you exhale, drop the tailbone down low. Straighten into your front leg on the inhale. Exhale to triangle pose. Reach to the front. Right hand down, left hand up. Shift your gaze to the thumb right above your nose. Elevate your drishti. On your exhale, bend the front knee for side angle, either elbow to knee or fingertips to the inner or outer edge of your foot. Reach the left arm up and over your ear. Again, elevate your drishti, look up. On the exhale, release both hands to the mat. Coming into pyramid pose, bump your back foot up and drop the heel down. Have a little bit of space between your heels as you straighten into your front leg. Folding over your front leg. Release any tension in your neck or your jaw. Release the head, humbly bow the head. Inhale, we'll bend the front knee. Exhale, back to a low runner's lunge. Drop the back knee. And then take a moment to sink the hips down and forward. On your inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Moving into a twist, left elbow, outer edge of your right knee. If this is too intense of a stretch, you can take your hands to your thigh and use that to twist to look over your back shoulder. On your exhale, release both hands to the mat. Move through a half vinyasa. Step back into a push-up position. On the exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to exhale fully through the mouth. Same sequence, left side. Step your left foot forward, drop the back heel down and in. Virabhadrasana B, rise to stand. Gaze out your front middle finger. On the eve of battle, is this a good fight? Is this a worthwhile fight? Straighten into your front leg on the inhale. Exhale, triangle pose, reach to the front. Take your left hand down, right hand up. Elevate the drishti. When making these big decisions, again, we cannot make them from the egoic mind. We have to elevate our gaze. Look to something greater, moving outside of our own selfish desires. On the exhale, bend the front knee for side angle. Either elbow to knee or hand to the floor. Reach the top arm over your ear. Elevate your drishti. On the exhale, release both hands to the mat. Coming into pyramid pose, bump the back foot up, drop the heel down, straighten into your front leg. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, back to a low runner's lunge. Take a moment to ground the hips down. When you're ready, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart in prayer. Coming into a twist of your choice. Looking over your back shoulder. On the exhale, release both hands to the mat. Take it through a half vinyasa. Step back to plank. On the exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Hold and breathe. Take a moment to pause. If you need or want a child's pose, take that. Exhale any emotions, thoughts, feelings, memories that have risen to the surface. One more breath wherever you are. And then step or jump top of the mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Once you arrive, feet are hip distance, and put a bend in your knees, weight in your heels. Reach back, grab your calf muscles, and gently hug yourself in. And as you're hugging yourself in, gently lift the tailbone towards the ceiling. On the exhale, release both hands towards the floor, straighten your legs. Take a moment to hang out here. Relax the jaw, relax the face. When going into battle, we cannot be all fired up. Calm, cool, collected, clear about our intentions. Bend both of your knees, weight in the heels, roll it up to standing. Once you're standing, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer. Let the shoulders drop. Let the heart lift. And then find a place to look. Find a drishti out in front of you. Move it into our standing balance sequence. Hug your right knee into your chest. Both hands to your right knee. Stand as tall as you can. Left leg is straight. keeping your knee right where it is, reach both arms up and overhead. Activate the low belly muscles. Go ahead, take a big inhale here. Exhale, shift the torso forward, kick the right leg behind you, warrior C. Don't worry about perfect alignment, worry about trying to balance. Do your best to balance here. Don't forget to breathe. Good, on the exhale, release both hands to the floor. Step back about 2.5 feet. Drop the back heel down and in. Coming into warrior A. Doing your best to square the hips to the front. They won't go all the way, it's perfectly fine. Just bend that front knee. Make sure the knee does not go past the ankle. Keep your gaze out there. Good, straighten your front leg. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Moving into humble warrior. As you bend that front knee, take your left shoulder right on the inside of that left knee, and then humbly bow the head, lift the hands to the ceiling. In talk of Dharma and our duty, and moving from a place that's holy and right and good, we have to be humble. The minute we're not humble, the ego comes in, and then our fight is no longer a good fight. Release both hands to the mat. Step up to a forward fold. Feet are hip distance. Take your first 2 fingers, wrap around the inside of your big toes. Legs can be straight or bent, and then humbly pull yourself in. On the exhale, release the big toes. With knees bent, roll it up to standing. Hands at your heart in prayer. Second side, lift your left knee up into your chest. Hug it in with both hands. Steady your gaze. Keep your knee where it is, reach both arms up and overhead. Good, taking an inhale here, exhale, warrior C, lean forward, kick the left leg behind you. On the exhale, release both hands to the floor. Step that lifted leg about 2.5 feet back. Drop the heel down and in. Rise to standing, warrior A, inhale. Good, straighten that front leg, interlace the fingers behind the back. Humble warrior. Bend the front knee, and then humbly release the head and heart. Lift the hands up. On the exhale, release both hands to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. In your down dog, take a big exhale through the mouth. Take the knees for thunderbolt pose. Knees together, feet together. Have a seat on your heels. If this hurts your knees, or if you have knee issues, sit crisscross applesauce instead. And wherever you are, place your hands in your lap. Allow the shoulders to relax. Close your eyes. And after we've moved some emotions up and out of our body, as we begin to clear our mind, reach both arms up and overhead. Drop the right hand over to the right and lean over to the right. Take a side bend. As you side bend, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Inhale brings both arms up and overhead. Exhale to the other side. Left hand down, reach to the left. Inhale brings you back to center. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Press the palms together. Press the heart and the thumbs together. Take a moment just to humbly bow the head. Our battles need to be waged from a place of clarity, non-attachment to outcome, and from a place that is above and elevated from our ego. Release the hands. You have a few options here. You can come into child's pose. You can come into down dog. You can come into dolphin. Dolphin is just like down dog but on your forearms. Or you can do headstand. What I'd like for us to do is to make this an offering of our head, releasing our head and elevating our heart. This is where a lot of truth can come from. The ego often gets muddled with the nonsense of the world. So get your head lower than your heart, whatever that looks like for you. When you get to whatever position, whatever posture you're taking, really think about the act of releasing the head, elevating the heart. When you get to what posture you're going to hold, 5 solid inhales and exhales. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Lower down. Take a seat on your tush. Outstretch both your legs straight in front of you. Bring your legs together, hands at your side. Dandasana, staff pose. Just take a moment here to ground down. Feel the mat beneath you. On your inhale, reach both arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold, Pashinattanasana. Don't get hung up on where you should grab. Grab wherever feels right and good. Most importantly, release the head. On your inhale, roll it up to seated. Bring the soles of your feet together and make a diamond shape with your legs. So the heels are not in close. They're out and away from you. And then grab your ankles or your feet and rock side to side. And really feel the bony part of your butt, your sits bones. Good, back to center. Look down at your feet and imagine your feet as a landing pad for your forehead. Now, whether it reaches there or not is irrelevant, but that's where we're leaning towards. So begin to round the back like a tortoise. Begin to bring your head towards your feet. Once you hit the spot where you can't go any further, release the head down. And just like a tortoise who pulls its limbs in, we're shifting our practice from very external to more of an internal. Shifting from doing to being. So draw the senses inward to your little shell. Connecting with what's inside rather than outside. The heartbeat, the breath. the rhythm that your body makes in stillness. Are you fighting a good fight? Or are you fighting for something else? What I love about yoga is that there is zero dharma. There is no absolute right or wrong, good or bad. It is open for us to interpret. And that doesn't mean wild out with our ego. It means here are the tools to clear the mind, to clear the body, to connect to something greater than your ego. And from this place, we have full empowerment, self-agency to make solid decisions on what battles are worth fighting. And it's only from this place where we can really be making sound decisions. Anytime there's ulterior motives or strongly held beliefs or values that are attached to our humanness, it's not a good fight. Go ahead and roll it on that. Place both of your feet on the mat, knees are bent. Place the hands behind you, fingers away from you. Drop the knees to one side, take your head in the other direction. Twist out. Bring it to the other side, knees in the opposite direction, head in the opposite direction. Good, back to center. Flip the fingers towards you. Coming into reverse tabletop. On the inhale, press into the hands and feet. Lift the hips off the mat. If it feels okay for your neck, let the head drop back. On your next exhale, lower all the way down. And you're going to roll all the way onto your back. So roll onto your back. When you get onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. Once your knees are into your chest, you're going to rock side to side. Maybe take some circles. Feel all the parts of the body that are touching the floor. Go ahead and take both hands to your right knee, take your left leg straight to the floor. Flex both of your feet and feel this nice stretch through the front of your left hip, left leg. Switching to the other side, draw the left knee in, take the right leg straight. Take both knees into your chest, coming into happy baby. Take your feet into the air and you can grab the shins, the ankles, the big toes, the outer edge of your feet. Grab onto something, rock it out, side to side. At the end of the day, we should all be able to find some joy and some happiness. And if our wars are creating anger and resentment and fear and frustration, it's not a good fight. It is something that's linked to your emotions strongly. When a good fight is done, there should be zero concern. You should be able to let go and move forward. There should be no, I wish this happened, or I woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's over and done, and now we're here. Okay, when you're ready, release the legs for final pose, Shavasana, corpse pose. Because at the end of the day, no matter what fight we're fighting, none of us are going to get out of this alive. So we might as well start preparing for what the inevitable is death. And the more we can get okay with the idea of dying, we can start to liberate our mind and our body and our spirit. So release the body, shake it out, let it all go, and then let your body flop. Once your body is flopped completely, take a big inhale, take a nice big exhale. Blow it out. If your eyes are still open, go ahead and close them. There's nothing more to do. There's nothing more to interact or be with. Now it's the art of just stillness. And I invite you to stay in corpse pose, Shavasana, for as long as you possibly can. This is where the real work in yoga begins. The stillness and what will transpire in stillness. So I'm going to end with a quick chant, but I really ask you to stay here for as long as you can and really sit with the question, is this a good fight that I'm fighting? Is the stand I'm taking with my beliefs linked to COVID-19? Are they necessary? Are they true? Are they good? Are they beyond my egoic needs and linked to the greater good? But like Krishna said to Arjuna,